Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the landscape. Come out today for dawn. Why is it I have so many dawns that don't necessarily turn into anything? It's really quite frustrating sometimes. But anyway, there we are. I'm out for dawn. I think I've kind of missed it. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't playing ball with me. Literally, as I got here, clouds up above me were turning pink, but it threw it down with rain. So there's no point in being silly and risking kit in the pouring rain, as I've already experienced once, which means I'll have to make sure that my camera is not waterproof. Video goes out before this one, but I'll leave a link actually in the description to that one, because yes, a cautionary tale. Anyway, so I am very, very lucky in that I have an excellent relationship with Sigma UK, and they have very kindly lent me their 16 to 28 millimeter. I think it's an f2.8. Let me just check. Yeah, f2.8 lens, which is a lens, when it came out, it was very highly acclaimed and very highly regarded, and it's something I've been wanting to have a play with, and now I get the chance to play with one. I'm here in a beautiful part of the UK, which should be ideally suited to a wide angle lens. So I've got the classic view in front of me, so I think it's a case of getting set up, finding a composition, and maybe I'll talk to you a little bit about how I got on with using a lens like this. Right, so let's go and have a play. So just in case it all starts to happen, I'm going to fit a 77mm filtering right now, and because I'm near water, I'm going to fit my polarizer, if I can find it. So for the reason for relocating is all to do with rocks. Because this is such a wide angle lens, trying to fill the dimensions of the frame with something, and the lake level is quite high today. So that collection of rocks there, that's quite prominent, but then there's this big empty blank space, but then there's a single rock sticking up all on its own. So I've repositioned myself to see whether I can actually contain all of the rocks, which I'm gonna hopefully have got right. Oh, just spin the polarizer. Does the polarizer make any difference? Oh yes, it does. So that makes quite a big difference, but I am going to need a grad. Excellent. Right. Okay, let's get you on the back of the camera. Right, in typical fashion, it started to rain, but we're okay. I'm under my umbrella, which you might actually be able to hear. There's my view, which I have artificially brightened so that you can see what's going on. And here's the problem I was having. I'm using my very handy little piece of grass. So because the lake level is so high, I've got a nice little collection of rocks here. I've got a nice shoreline coming in from the left, so the frame reads from left to right quite naturally. But then I ended up with this big blank space here. The rock that I was referring to, that's this one here, and there's actually a rock just below the water surface, which I think has been, its appearance has been amplified by the polarizer. if you actually watch that corner there as I spin the polarizer, see it gets really bright, and then as I spin it back, it calms down. Ugh. Weather. Weather, weather, weather. Right, well, we're going to persist anyway. So let's have a look at the old histogram. Can we capture that in one go? Yeah, I reckon we can. So let's check focus. So I'm going to pop focus on that sort of collection of rocks there. Oh, I do like that. I do like that. That's one thing I do miss on my current wide angle option, is the fact that I actually have to press the OK button to get that, I don't know what you call it, the zoom in function when you manually focus. On this one I don't, because it's a native L-mount lens and it's so smooth. It's really, really easy to use. So what have we got there on the histogram? That's not looking too bad, actually. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the conditions, and I'm going to take an image without any grounds. And let's just replay it and have a quick look at the histogram. What does the histogram look like? Yeah, I did wonder. Now, I do know that there is enough latitude in the sensor that when I get that into software, you'll probably find it's actually okay. And now the rain has really, really started. Ah, yuck. Don't really want this. I don't really know what to say. I think we just need to wait for it to blow over. And as quickly as it started, it stopped, which is quite nice. Let me just brighten that image up. So the first image that I took, that was at around about 24mm. It suddenly occurred to me, hang on a minute, Hugh, you've got this 16mm lens. Let's look at this scene in 16mm. And it's quite revealing because hopefully this is coming out on the Osmo. There's a rock here as well, which I actually walked straight past, disregarded it. But now I've actually probably got more balance in the frame, in that I have a leading line coming in from the left, so that's nice and comfortable because we read English from left to right. A rock in this corner, I've got items of interest in this corner, and then, you know, the rest of the scene unfolds in front of you. It definitely needs a grad, because the two corners of the sky are very, very bright. But at the moment, I can't do that, because otherwise I'm going to get wet, or at least my camera is going to get wet. But. Nah, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. I'll be back. Okay, so we used a lull in the rain to go and get a grad, which I'm just going to pop over the corners of the sky. I know that looks very dark. Let's brighten that up so that you guys can see what's going on. I'm still under my umbrella because I've still got some precipitation. Right, let's check focus. Just trying to focus on that little rock. Go, rock and roll, nice and level. Go for it. Ah, do you know what? I've just realised something. ISO 800. Oh, 8 second, 0.8 of a second. That'll do. Ah, darn it. Unfortunately, this camera is very good. Let's just have a look at the old histogram. No, I don't want that one, do I? I want that one. Yeah, just a blinky right in the middle. So let's back it off a bit. Go again. Lovely. Quick replay. I reckon we'll still have a blinky. Right, okay. I know that in software that won't be an issue. Nice. Oh, please, come on. Bloody typical. So, I think I'm going to be dodging this all day today. So, it's a bit of me that just wants to give up, but I'm not going to give up because conditions like these can sometimes yield fantastic results. So whilst I shelter from the rain, I just want to talk about this lens very quickly. It is beautifully made in typical Sigma style. It's stunningly constructed. It is smooth as silk. Both the zoom ring and the focus ring are beautiful. 77mm at the front, or 72, sorry, mil at the front. So, you know, that's a standard fit. I've already got a couple of lenses that are 72, so, you know, not having to faff around for a different filter ring. Quite like that. You know, some wide angle lenses, they're 82mm, aren't they? And that's not great. Oh, it's just shut down, which is good. What else can I say about it? Because it's a native L-mount lens, I do like that, and I mentioned it actually when I was behind the camera, I do like the fact that when I focus, I get that zoom in function where it zooms in digitally on the focus point. That's lovely. My current option doesn't have that, which means I've got extra buttons to press, which when conditions are changing rapidly in front of me can get a little bit frustrating because I'm having to remember to do something else. There's only one button on the side, which is to toggle between autofocus and manual focus. I don't think it needs anything else. I mean, I tend to manually focus out in the landscape, but if you use autofocus and you lean on the autofocus, then you have the option to do it, which is great. I don't think there's much more else to say about this lens really, and I think I need to go and rescue my Osmo from the rain. So let me do that very quickly. So whilst I was sheltering under the umbrella, hunching everything together to try and keep it dry, did actually continue to play with the wide angle lens. Again, trying to use it at its widest end, which isn't something I do very often. Now, I gained massively because I had this little rock down here. I don't think it would have worked quite as successfully if that little fella hadn't been there, but yeah, I mean, I am incredibly grateful to Sigma to give me the opportunity to have a play with this lens in this absolutely beautiful, fantastic place. I've got to send it back in a couple of days' time, which is a real shame because it'd be lovely to hang on to it and play with it a wee bit longer. But yeah, I'm going to close this video here because I really can't think of anything else to say about this lens. It's beautiful. It's a stunning piece of kit. If you need or want an L mount lens in the 16 to 28mm range, then go for it because yeah, it's absolutely lovely. I can't fault it at all, not in the slightest. Whether I'm going to purchase one or not, I think that's a subject we'll leave for another video. Because I think that might be a bit of a lengthy discussion. But for now, I'm just going to carry on playing with this lens in this beautiful landscape. I know the sun is coming up somewhere over there, and I honestly don't know whether you can see my arm or not, but yes, it's coming up over there somewhere. So, you know, the scene in front of me is going to change, so I will carry on using this lens as the scene changes in front of me, and yeah, just enjoy being out in the landscape and hope that it doesn't rain too much. So I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like landscape photography, that's what my channel is all about. So if you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming a subscriber. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. If you liked the video, if you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel and it does help the content get out to a wider audience. So until we're out in the landscape again, hopefully not dodging rain showers like we were today, everybody please take care, stay well and stay safe, and I shall see you again soon. Cheerio for now.